Today's video will talk about how correlation can be found easily among tags in TrendMiner using scatter plots. We will see how we can use operating area search to find out time periods outside or inside in a drawn area of a scatter plot where one variable is plotted against another variable. So what's the example here? We have network of pumps, pipes, and heat network. This is very common for upstream oil and gas, refining, chemical, and other process industries as well. The goal here is to find out quickly correlation among various tags, recognize and define the normal operation zones. Last but not the least, can we get an alert when our process deviates from the normal operation zone. So let's see how it is done very easily in TrendMiner. So you can see a dashboard here. Dashboard has all the tags, and we can open this dashboard in our analysis platform, which is Trend Hub. I can load these tags. And on the left-hand side, we can see the tag names and description. So these tags are like temperature, pressure, valve state, etc. And since lots of tags are in the view, we cannot conclude a lot as this view is very messy. So we don't get enough information here. To find out correlations, we can switch this view to scatter plot mode, and we can do it from here. And as I do it, TrendMiner plots one tag versus another tag, and we can see the distribution of tags via histograms. So this is the relationship of one tag versus another tag. So flow versus differential pressure, and we can see the distribution of flow and distribution of differential pressure here. So in this case, we can see three very clear relationship. One is linear relationship, which is flow versus valve state, and another two are nonlinear relationship. So this one is flow versus differential pressure, and then this one is differential pressure versus valve state. So in this case, we can focus on this relationship, differential pressure versus valve state. And as I do that, TrendMiner zooms into this relationship, and we can see the correlation coefficient, which is R squared, and that's very high, 96%. We can adjust this view via adjusting scales. So in this case, I'm going to go with 1 minus 1.5. And then I can go to the valve pressure, valve state, and go from 30 to 100 so that we can clearly see all the points in our view. So now what we can do, we can create an operation zone. So this looks like a good relationship or a normal operation zone. So we can create an area around this operation zone or around this relationship. And it's up to you how tight or how loose area you want to create. And then we can go to the search and use operating area search to find out time periods when we were operating outside this area or operating inside this area. Since this looks like a normal operation zone, we would like to find out when we were operating outside this area for at least 24 hours. As I do that, TrendMiner gives me two results. It says on April 22nd, 2019, for 1 day, 9 hours, this was operating outside the area. And as I click, you can see it was operating right here. Another relationship was right there. So it was operating a bit higher. So you can see differential pressure was a bit higher. So now we know that sometimes we operate outside our normal operation zone. So we can save this search and I can say normal operating area. Now this search is available here in our monitoring or alert panel. What we can do, we can enable this alert here. So whenever this relationship is outside the normal operation zone, then we will get an alert here in the TrendMiner inbox. Or what we can do, we can set up an email message here. To set up email message, we have to provide our email address. We have to provide subject here, normal operation zone, and then deviation from normal operation zone, and then I can save it. So this is how in TrendMiner we can use scatter plot and operating area search to quickly find out the correlations and find out when we are operating within the operation zone or when we are operating outside the operation zone. Thank you.